Hi everybody, Big Red here, and we have our latest BoLS battle report. Today we have BushidoRedPanda using Emperor's Children, Chaos Space Marine Army, which is a beautiful, beautiful painted one that was partially painted by Gentle Ben. And he's going to be going up against a Space Marine army that's being represented by Big Red's Pre-Heresy Death Guard, and it is being played by everyone's favorite Warhammer Fantasy editorialist, Iamaddj. Say hi.
Hello.
All right, you've all seen Bushido. All right, so we're doing something different today. We are playing Prepared Assault, which is out of the Battle Missions book, and it is the sample mission that is in one of the latest White Dwarfs. So we're going to have the Space Marines are defending. They're going to be deploying on their half of the table, and the Chaos Space Marines over there are going to be attacking the Emperor's Children, and they'll be going first on a 2+. So we'll see what happens with that. So let's go over the armies here. We'll start off and see what we got.
First off, we've got an empty Rhino,
All right.
just pushing the enemy back. We've got a 5-man combat squad of Space Marines with the Sergeant, 5-man combat squad of Devastators with 2 las cannons, another empty Rhino here. Back in the back, we have a third empty Rhino with another combat squad of Devastators behind it. In front, guarding one of the objectives, we have a 5-man combat squad of Space Marines with just bolters. In reserve, we have, as a mobile reserve, we have the Land Raider with the Space Marine Librarian and a full 10-man tactical squad with a Flamer and a Melta in it. Up here in front, we've got 2 5-man combat squads with Sergeants, Multi-Meltas, and Flamers holding the forward objective. Up here in the building with good lines of sight, we have a combat squad with 2 las cannons of Devastators. Back here, we've got the other half of their Devastator squad, 5 more guys with bolters. Behind them, we have another half Devastator squad with las cannons. Up here in front, we've got the final half of the 4th Tactical Squad in the Rhino with Multi-Melta and Flamer. And then we've got 2 individual land speeders with heavy bolters and assault cannons over here.
All right, quite a gun-liney kind of an army, and let's see what the Emperor's Children are bringing. Bushido, what do we got?
6 Noise Marines with a Blastmaster and a power weapon on the champion. Same exact thing again. We've got 3 Obliterators, Lash Prince. We've got 5 Possessed in the Rhino. 6 more Noise Marines with a Blastmaster and a Power Fist. Defiler. 6 more Noise Marines, exactly like the other ones. 6 Bikes with a Bike Lord with a Blissgiver.
All right, there we go, and let's see who goes first. The Emperor's Children will be going first on a 2 or better. 4. They're going first. We'll see what happens at the top. We're at the top of 1, and the Emperor's Children have moved up. You can see those bikes are moving up here. Most of the static fire elements over in the center and their left flank stayed still. And the big thing that happened over here is right here in the center around this central tower is that combat squad from a Devastator squad with 2 laser cannons got lashed, pulled out, and then a bunch of terrible rolling managed to only kill 2 of them, and then combined fire of Blastmasters and these Obliterators laid into this incredibly resilient Death Guard Rhino, scratching its paint. And that's all that happened. We'll see what the bottom of 1. All right, we're at the bottom of 1, and the Marines have moved up pretty aggressively with all of their first wave of combat squads, and those Rhinos have all moved up across the line. And the big thing that's happened is all of the laser cannons that could have opened fire on the Defiler. They have immobilized and weapon destroyed it. And then way up here, all the rest of the army that could fired all their small arms and Meltas and Flamers and everything else at the big squad of Slanishi Bikers, eliminating 4 of them. So that squad is pretty small now. And we'll see what top of 2 brings. All right, it is the top of 2, and the Emperor's Children have moved up aggressively. Here we are. They have reached kind of the midpoint on the table. Had a whole bunch of action happening right around this central objective. This squad of bikes with the Chaos Lord have moved up and through shooting and assault have destroyed 1, 2 of the combat squads of Marines who were in it. This small group of 2 Marines here broke and ran. Over here, this combat squad got tank shocked with this Rhino. They Death or Glory with a laser cannon and blew it to pieces. These Possessed had previously disembarked from it, ran around the back of that, and immobilized a Rhino, and that's pretty much all we got for top of 2. We'll see what happens soon. All right, guys, it is the bottom of 2. The Marines, as you can see, their first line, the surviving elements of their first line, have all moved back into their deployment zone, clearing a little zone around what used to be the middle, and everyone who could laid into the Chaos Biker Squad, being led by the Chaos Lord, and have eliminated 3 of them. And that is all that they have managed to accomplish, and that's what things are looking like at the bottom of 2. We're at the top of 3, and the Emperor's Children are pressing their advantage. Over here, towards the center, this Death Guard Rhino has been destroyed, and they're moving up around here. Back over here towards the objectives, the Squad of Possessed has moved up and destroyed another Rhino. This Rhino over here is wrecked with these 2 Squads of Emperor's Children surrounding it and blowing it apart. And that 4th Rhino that had advanced all the way into the Chaos deployment zone is fine. Nothing much happened to it. And a variety of fire has destroyed both of the land speeders. So the Loyalists are down to this kind of general fire base in and around here. And Chaos has moved up pretty much to midfield, and that's where we are. We'll see what happens on bottom of 3. All right, we're in the bottom of 3, and the Space Marines have stood shoulder to shoulder, put those bolt guns into action, and just laid into the leading edge of the Emperor's Children. Over here, there was a small squad of Possessed who'd made it all the way up to the front lines. They are now gone, and all of these remaining Marines, Land Raider, everything laid into the Demon Prince who was there, and he's now gone as well. So that's where we are. We'll see what the top of 4 brings. It is the top of 4, and the Emperor's Children are steadily advancing. Over here, they are now entirely at the midpoint of the board, which puts them right on that objective. There's an objective over there. The Marines are sitting on one of their rear objectives, which is, I believe, underneath that Land Raider. And they have all moved forward and opened up with all of their Slanishi weapons, and they have managed to kill 5 Marines that were out in the open right there. And that's all we got. We'll see what the bottom of 4 brings. It's bottom of 4, and the Marines are just blazing away. Over here in the center of the Emperor's Children line, the squad has been shot down to 1 guy. Over here, the Obliterators, they've lost 2 of their squad. They're down to 1 guy, and that squad on the Chaos Marine far right flank near that objective lost 2 members. And as far as movement went, the Marines just kind of did some slight repositioning and jostling, nothing big. And top of 5 coming up. All right, we're at the top of 5. The Emperor's Children have advanced past midfield. The 2 big things that have occurred. Over here, this Obliterator has used a Melt-A-Shot and destroyed that Land Raider. There's the squad that came out of it. There's a Librarian attached to a tactical squad. And way over here, a squad of Emperor's Children made it into this cover, assaulted a combat squad of Marines, killed 3 of them, and they used combat tactics to escape the combat, and there's the survivors over there, 2 laser cannons, and that's where we are. We'll see what the bottom of 5 brings.
Come on.
It is the bottom of 5, and the Marines, it looks like, have repulsed all of the Emperor's Children advances. Over here, the remaining Obliterator and other such squad that was there is gone under the Assaulting Librarian and all the squads over here. And then we have a squad out in the Emperor's Children squad way out here on the flank that took some fire. Now we'll see if the game ends. It is over. Space Marine victory.
Had a rough time against the mission. Advancing in the entire way against a gunline army is just not a very good idea. Maybe if my dice didn't betray me at the end, I might have been able to pull something off, but no such luck.
Well, the fight went well. My plan to combat squad everything and leave small squads in the front and then slowly withdraw while keeping a strong mobile reserve in the Land Raider and the squad on the side went well. Just making him pay for every inch of ground he came, and then a counterattack in the last turn. And rolling 6s is always a good thing. Mazel tov.